What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited today. I have not been so excited for a BH launch in a really long time. I got 3 of the palettes. Sadly, I did not get the green one, but I talk about that in the exit. So anyway, and I did a look with each one of these. I will try to remember to put timestamps in the bottom. So if you just want to see like the cherry one or the orange one or the bubblegum one, you can just kind of skip ahead. That being said, if you're new here, welcome. I hope you'll stick around for more videos. Everyone else, welcome back. And oh, I did get the lavender brush set as well. I believe I used it in the second look because I almost forgot about them. But yeah, that being said, I hope you enjoy this video and we'll get right to it because this is going to be long enough as it is. So we will see you on the flip side.
Okay, so we are starting out this first video with the Orange Sorbet palette. I prime my eyes with my Anastasia primer, and I'm going to start out by dipping into some zest with my lavish tapered blending brush and just start creating that halo shape that I wanted to get down in my crease. And this is such a beautiful shade. I absolutely love it. I think it is so vibrant. Then I went into extra toppings with my Luxie 229 tapered blending brush and just started focusing that on the inner and outer portions of this look. Again, getting that halo shape down. These blended is so nice. Going back with that first brush to buff everything out and make it look a little more seamless. Then I went in with my e.l.f. Crease brush into chocolate drizzle. I was trying to deepen up the inner and outer portions just a little bit more, but this shade didn't do quite what I was hoping it would do, but it's all good. I just went back over it with that Luxie brush. Then I took from ColourPop the E3 brush and my NYX glitter primer. And I started out by dipping into Citron. Beautiful orange. And I thought I was going to like this on the inner and outer portions, but I do end up switching this up because I'm using this in Tangy. And the tangy I thought would look better on the outer portions once I started doing this. So I do just end up going over it and redoing it. As you can see, which it still came out beautiful. This palette, I love this. This is one of my favorites out of the 3 that I do have. But then I just took my finger into a little bit of Yum and just press this in the bottom center of the eye look just to brighten it up a little bit more because I think that looks so pretty. Makeup Miracle. And my face is done. It'll be listed in the description box. Now from the e.l.f. J Kissa collection, I took the J6 and dipped into some of that extra toppings shade and buffed that along the lower lash line. Then with my Dominique Cosmetics DS02 brush, I dipped into Zest to buff all that out. I love this brush for the lower lash line. I don't think I ever use it on the upper lash line. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, then I picked up that Luxie brush that we used, that second brush, and just made sure it was seamless. Then with my e.l.f. little tiny concealer brush, I picked up some Yum and just pop that in the center of the eye look just to match it with the top because that's my jam. Oh no, I think, yeah, I popped it in the inner corner as well. Okay, I was making sure. Been a couple days since I did these. It's hard to get to sit down and edit. Very minimum fallout, but I did just want to brush over that. Then I took my e.l.f. eyeliner. This is a very good eyeliner. And just a little bitty baby wing because I don't do huge wings when I'm doing the halo style eye. And my Smashbox black eye pencil that I got in that one palette. It's just a black eyeliner. My roller mascara. I can't say enough how much I love this roller liner mascara. It is so stunning. Yes. Thank you, Elizabeth. But I went ahead and put a couple coats of that on. You literally, I could wear this without lashes. Or, yeah, without false lashes, but I always go in with false lashes almost. But it's a really nice mascara. Little pricey, but really nice. Then with my Nikkia Joy Cosmetics highlighting palette, I used Glow, which is the orangey, shimmery shade. It's so beautiful. I love this palette. And you can just see the glow that it gives you. It's quite stunning. I use this on the brow bone for this look as well. And that pretty much finishes up this look. A little spritz with my e.l.f. setting mist and pat it all in really nicely. And then I took Oh Honey from Ciate London for my lips for this day. I love this lipstick. It's pretty close up there at the top with my Lunar Beauty. But my Lunar Beauty, of course, still reigns supreme. Anyway, get my hair all done up, and this is look number one. What do you guys think? I love this orange palette, and yeah, I think it's beautiful. So that wraps up look number one, and we shall move on to look number two. Okay, to start out the second look, we're using the Cherry on Top palette. There's no names on the Lavender Luxe brush set, but I am using those from BH. And I'm starting out with the fluffiest one in the collection. I really enjoy BH brushes. They're great, affordable brushes if you can't spend a ton on brushes. But anyway, I started out with the shade Sunday from the Cherry on Top palette and buffed that all through my crease. This was beautifully buffed out and laid down quite nicely. Then I went into Wild Cherry on the next fluffiest brush from this collection and just used that to start deepening up that outer V and crease. And then I went back with that first brush just to make sure everything was blended out and looking seamless. Then I went into that tart shade and really started trying to deepen things up. I wanted it nice and red, and I like this palette because it doesn't come off really pink like some of them do. Then with the tiniest fluffy brush, I picked up Sprinkles, and I just wanted to mainly focus this on the outer V and maybe just ever so slightly into the crease, but mostly just that outer V. Then with my NYX Glitter Primer and the flat brush from this collection, I put that down as like my shimmer base. This works beautifully for that. And while I'm deciding what I want to use, I end up going in with Juicy, that beautiful shimmer. Isn't that just beautiful? And I worked this on that first little portion of my mobile lid, bringing it pretty much almost to the center. Then flipping the brush over, I picked up Black Cherry, and oh my god, guys, this shade surprised the hell out of me. I was like, oh my god, that's beautiful. Like, that's Ruby Slippers beautiful. But then I just went back and forth between the shades until they were looking as blended and seamless as possible. I used that e.l.f. liner once again to try my hand at wings. You guys know I'm not the greatest at wings, so there's that. But I love this eyeliner. It wears very nicely. And very minimum fallout. My wings look semi-even, so we're going to get the face done and do the lower lash line. And bam! Now with the flat angled brush from that lavender collection, I picked up some sprinkles and stamped that about a third of the way. Then I mixed Wild Cherry and Tart on that fluffy brush and kind of just buffed that along the lash line. This was the flat, fluffy brush from the collection. Then I went into some Sweet and I sprayed this and popped that in my inner corner. And yes, this palette did not disappoint either, I must say. Sorry if my voice keeps cracking. I'm having an allergy situation. Then I used my NYX eyeliner in the shade Snatched and put that in the waterline. It is red, but I wanted to do it anyway, so I thought it looked good. I happen to wear this look all day. Used my Lily lashes in the style Houston and that roller lash mascara again. And bam! I love these lashes. I cannot get enough of them. They were one of my favorites. Going into the Nikkia Joy Highlight Palette, I mixed the shades Glisten and Glimmer. And I popped that along my brow bone, just using like a flat crease brush. I think it was a BH from the White Handle collection. That e.l.f. spray again, patting all that into my skin as per usual. And yeah, I was really feeling this look. Deciding what I want on my lips, I went with my Lunar Beauty Daydream and my Revolution lip liner in TGIF, I believe. I always at the end brush some Benefit Gimme Brow Gel through those brows to hold them in place and to get rid of any powder that might have got in them. And there you go. That's that final look of look number 2. Are you guys having fun yet? I know I am. And let's move on to look number 3, shall we? Okay, so for this third and final look, we are using the Bubblegum palette, and this is so pretty, so stunning. I love the way this look came out as well. And I do start out with my Moda Pro big fluffy brush. I can't read the names on these brushes. It's too darn tiny. But I'm going into the shade Chili and using this as my transition shade. Isn't that such a pretty shade? I love this sky blue shade. It is just so stunning. It did require a little building up, but not too bad. Morphe M506 into the shade Bubbles to start creating some dimension in this eye look. And I take the same M506 after this step and dip into Sweetened because I did want it to be a little bit darker up there in the crease. So I was like, I'm just going to dip into some more of this darker one. And as you can see, that did start darkening things up quite beautifully. Then I into single scoop with my Sigma E42 to really smoke it out, because I was just like, I want some smokiness. You know how I like the smokiness. But anyway, I did this at kind of a diagonal shape because this was the darkest shade in the palette, and I barely wanted that up into the crease. Going back in with that very first Moda Pro brush we used and making sure everything is buffed and seamless. Then I did a cut crease situation with my Anastasia primer and a random just flat brush because I wanted the shimmers to show their colors quite vibrantly. And I did, once it was dry, use my NYX glitter primer. Then from the peach handled BH collection, I used the number 9 brush, and I picked up some Frozen and started putting that on the first half of this mobile lid situation we got going here. And that is such a pretty icy color. I was so happy with this palette as well. And then I just switched that brush off and used the other side in Sweet Tooth and started putting Sweet Tooth right on the middle part of my mobile lid. I mean, look at this shade. Isn't that so stunning? Then I just went back and forth with those two shades until I thought everything looked as seamless as possible. And oh my goodness, I was in heaven again. These palettes are the bomb. I hope you end up, getting a chance to get a couple of them. But anyway, then I picked up some blueberry and just kind of put it on that outer part with my finger, just for a little more dimension. And just went with my brushes as I always do to make sure everything was blended and buffed all together nicely. For this look as well, I used that e.l.f. liquid liner. I can't recommend this e.l.f. liquid liner enough. It is so beautiful. I reached for it over my Anastasia one, believe it or not. The only one I like better is the Kat Von D tattoo liner, but that's not affordable. I did get the most fallout out of all of these with the blue palette, so keep that in mind. But I mean, it's blue shades, and fallout's just part of the deal, I think. Anyway, we'll move on to that lower lash line now that I have the rest of my face done. And yes, now I'm just going to pick up another one of those Royal Lang brushes, but my little tiny angled brush, into single scoop. And I'm only going to put this about on the outer third, just to kind of match what we got going on the top. That's kind of the way I do things. That's the way I like it. You put it however you like best, and yeah. Then I went in with a Luxie 213 into that sky blue shade just to buff everything out. I didn't want it too blown out because, I mean, it's blues. And then my Morphe M213 into the Brain Freeze palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I took that freeze tag shade and sprayed it and popped it in my inner corner. And oh my God, I was so happy with this choice. Of course, you could pick a shade from the palette and pop it in your inner corner, or use a white highlight, or whatever works for you. This is what I chose to do. And then I just used my Maybelline Tattoo Studio white eyeliner in my waterline. I can't find my ColourPop exit for some reason. But anyway, this worked very nicely. My Nikkia Joy Cosmetics Luminous Setting Powder in Do Me. I love these powders. I am so mad at her that they're limited edition, but that's my big fluffy BH brush. I'm telling you guys, I do like these BH brushes. I do. And I buffed everything together, and then I took the cold shoulder shade from the palette to highlight my face and brow bone, because I just like my brain freeze palette. You can't deny Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I'm sorry if you don't like him, but I love his products, and I refuse to waste the products that I have, and I can't say I'll never buy again. These lashes are from my daughter's friend's collection in Wifey. I'll have her linked down below. And oh my goodness, they are so beautiful, so long, so fluffy. And yeah, I just really am enjoying them. So you're going to see them more often, I think. I went in with that same TGIF pencil from Revolution Makeup for lining my lips. I really like this because it allows me to do kind of an ombre lip, and I've been into the ombre lip lately. And of course, my Lunar Beauty Daydream, my absolute favorite in the whole world. Yes, love it. And then once my hair is done, we are completed on look number 3. Which one was your favorite? Let me know down in the comments, and we'll get on to some final thoughts. Love you guys.
Okay, guys, so I did highlight my brow bone with a little bit of cold shoulder because I forgot. So there's that. Anyway, that wraps up my 3 looks, 3 palettes, I guess you could call it. And of course, I finished off with the blue one because it's just the way it worked out. But yeah, I'm gonna start out by saying I can't believe how great this blue palette performed. This is just like, I mean, blues are supposed to be really hard to formulate, and yeah, I think this came out quite stunning. Um, the orange palette performed stunning. That was the first look I did. I didn't have any real issues. The only thing I wish is that this shade right here was just a little bit deeper so that you could really smoke out that outer V if you wanted to, like I did with this blue look. But hey, I mean, how deep? I guess they didn't want to go too deep with oranges. Um, the red palette surprised the hell out of me. This shimmer here is stunning. Stunning. So beautiful. It has been a minute. I really regret, I'm just saying, I really regret not getting the pistachio one. And these are limited edition. So I really want to cry because I really want the pistachio one. These were amazing. I am so glad I got them. Like I said, they are limited edition, so if you want them, you might want to snag them up. Another mention I want to give real fast. One of my daughter's very best friends gave me, well, I bought them from her. These lashes, these ones are called Wifey, and I have a couple other styles here. I have Trap, SZN, Toxic, and Love. I don't know. But these are the other styles. And she's just starting this company, so she's really new to it. But I mean, these lashes went on so easy. They have a nice thin lash band. As soon as she gets a website going, I really want to start linking these in my video because even though they're pretty dramatic, I mean, they're pretty soft too. I don't have a whole lot of information on lashes. I'll put what I can in the description box because I'm going to get with her today. Other than that, I better wrap up this video because I have already been talking for 3 minutes, and these videos can get quite long when you add multiple palettes into one video. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel if you're new here. If you've already been here, I hope everyone will give it a thumbs up. And I hope you're having a wonderful night or day, whatever time you decided to watch this video. And lots of love. I'll see you on the next one. And yeah, stay safe, love yourself, and we will see you on the next Teresa Tries Tutorials. Bye, guys.